This morning's Coffee With is with Charles Esten.
And the satellite interview is furnished by CMT.
The 6th and final season of Nashville. Charles, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me, Lynn.
Hey, 6 seasons, that's quite the accomplishment.
It really is. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I've been acting, if you ever look on my IMDb page, I've been at it a while. I don't believe I ever had a second season of anything. I mean, Whose Line Is It Anyway has been around a while, but I was not one of the leads on that. I was in that rotating chair. So for me to have this role in this show for this long, it's been a blessing, every bit of it.
So tell us about this final season. We know it's going to be emotional. Oh,
absolutely. Nashville's always had that emotion. I think that's always the thing that's been our forte. We can do the flash and the glamour and the crazy storylines, and we have as much as anybody. But it's those more moments of connection, sort of human interaction. And that's what is good about this bittersweet thing that we're ending, is the sweet part, is that they get to write it to a logical, sensible, meaningful conclusion. And as for the actors and the crew, we all are just already brimming with emotion. We know that every scene we do, that we're getting towards that ending, and I think it's going to happen just that way for the people watching, for our fan base, for the Nashies out there. Every scene becomes a little bit more meaningful because you know the end is coming, and the writers are able to write it into a way that that makes sense.
Yeah, how do you feel about your character Deacon's story arc in general with this show? Are you happy with how it ends?
Well, I tell you what, I've been very happy with it, because what you want to do is you want to travel. You don't want to be the same guy exactly that you were when you started, but you don't want to be unrecognizable from that guy. You want there to be a through line, a journey, and somehow. And I believe that's there. I think there's a connection between the Deacon of right now and the Deacon from the very beginning of the pilot. But I also think you can look back, and that's the fun thing for our fan base, is they get to go, you know what, season 2, he would have punched that guy in the face. He's handling it a little bit better now, a different way. You can still see that rage in there, but he's controlling it. There's so much he's been through and so much he's learned, and Raina James was the root of so much of that. So a lot of what we're doing right now is Raina James helped him be strong and to become a better man. Did she help him get strong enough to even live on and survive without her and have a life with those girls without her?
On a personal note, you really did fall in love with the city of Nashville, and you plan to stay.
Absolutely. In fact, I got to be honest, that didn't take that long. It was sort of pretty quick that happened. We knew more people on our street in 5 minutes than I think we did in Los Angeles in maybe 15 years.
Wow.
So some of that's on us, but a lot of it's that Southern hospitality, that Nashville culture of kindness. And when you add to that the music that I get to do in this town and the things I get to do, like play at the Grand Ole Opry and the Bluebird. It's the fun thing about Nashville. If you go to Dallas, back when Dallas was on the air, you were not going to run into JR or Miss Ellie or anything. But if you come to Nashville, you might just bump into Gunner or Scarlett or any of us that are playing at these different places. And I think that's going to be true for a while.
Yeah, you are a singer-songwriter, and I read that now that the show's coming to a close, you might be able to have more time to tour and pursue music.
That is the goal. That's the very cool thing. As an actor, you can sometimes end up doing a lot of waiting for other people to write a script that really moves you, or to give it to you, to bring you in. And so I'm not in any rush. This has been an incredible character, and I'm anxious to see what other opportunity I get in acting. But while I'm waiting for that, music, songwriting, performing, that is not second to me. It's a co-equal first, so that I'll get to do that and go out on the road and play the songs, not just of Deacon, but of my own. I'm going to be completely content with that until I get that other job.
Well, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you and wrapping things up with Deacon and seeing how his story comes to a close on Nashville.
Thanks so much. I want to give a shout out to Sandy, is my makeup woman, and she is a Baltimorean, and we just got her back. She was gone for a little while, so thanks, Baltimore, for an unbelievable crew member of our show, Nashville.
Awesome. Shout out to Sandy. That's cool. Bye, Charles. All right, the 6th and final season of Nashville starts in January this month.